Hey posers, go on and get out of here because you're watching the Real Deal Fantasy Football Show about the League Shmuck Fantasy Football League. It's Fantasy Football Clubhouse. I'm your host, Rob Cesternino, and I'm joined by my co-host. He joins us every week. He's the commissioner of the League Shmuck Fantasy Football League. Here he is, Commissioner Pilleri. Welcome back, Commissioner. It's always a pleasure to be joined by you every week. Now, some of you may have noticed that the Commissioner is outfitted in a Patriots poncho, while I am wearing a New York Jets jersey. Our two favorite teams are squaring off, so it's sort of an exciting week here on the Clubhouse.
If you want to know where I got this, Mexico is the answer.
It's also an exciting week because the Commissioner and I are playing each other here in League Shmuck, so sort of a heated rivalry going on.
That is.
I mean, Commissioner, you might start off the year 0-1.
I don't think so. I think I'll be 1-0, and I think the Patriots will be 1-0.
Well, I think that I'm going to be 1-0, and I think the Jets are going to be 1-0.
Well, you can think whatever you want to think, but it's stupid.
Okay. I didn't know we were going to go there.
Well, we did.
All right, well, on that note, let's look at
me all sad now. Okay.
Why don't we take a look at this week's games here in the League Shmuck Fantasy Football game?
Great idea.
Our first contest of the year features Cripsolisis K-Bob taking on the Fantasy Girl. And here we have the rosters of both of those teams. Commish, who do you like in this game?
Well, Steve McMahon, you know, as much as I did not like his top three teams, he does make a good point about Fantasy Girl and about Cripsolisis K-Bob. I'm going Fantasy Girl in this one.
Cripsolisis K-Bob is a 15-point underdog in this game, and I think it's for a good reason. I, too, like the Fantasy Girl. The next contest, another 15-point underdog. Ironically, Mike Vick's dogs are the 15-point underdogs in this contest against Team Charles Grodin. Commish, who you got?
Scott Long was not there for most of the draft, and I think his team reflects that. It seems like Frank Honeycock has come to play this year. I'm going Team Charles Grodin.
Big week for Peyton Manning. I like Charles Grodin. Big Blue 3 takes on CFL Scrubs A. CFL Scrubs is a 12-point underdog in this game. Commish, who you got?
I don't like either of these two teams, flat out. But I made a pact in my own mind that I'm not going to pick CFL Scrubs to win a single game the whole year. Big Blue 3.
I think that Charlie may have a little bit of burnout from being so good the last 2 years. I don't love his team. I do like him this week. I'm going to go also, Commish, with Big Blue 3.
Copycat.
We agree on everything.
Except for the Jets Patriots.
Team Rape, another 14-point underdog versus the Sam McMahon pick to win it all, the Mojave Gynecologist.
No brainer. I mean, as much as I hate Michael Kirshner, I gotta go Team Mojave Gynecologist. Sorry, Adam Sauter.
I wonder this week maybe if the Mojave Gynecologist might get off on the wrong foot and have an upset of Team Rape. But on second thought, I think not. Mojave Gynecologist to win it. Team Ari Gold getting 1 point versus Team Dan Lebitard. A lot of people didn't like Team Dan Lebitard coming out of the draft, but he is matched up evenly this week, it appears, with Team Ari Gold.
Yeah, it's true. I would kind of expect Team Ronzio to make a goof and not play a guy that he should have played and thus lose the game. You know what? I'm going to go with Dan Lebitard because of that. Ari Gold is not a good fantasy player.
Well, Commish, I think we'll agree to disagree on this one. I predict 0 fantasy points this weekend for Randy Moss. I like Team Ari Gold.
Okay.
Which takes us to an even matchup, the only evenly matched matchup of the week. The Ghost of Barbaro hosts Pac-Man's Rainmakers. Commish, who you got in this one?
I got the Ghost of Barbaro for a plethora of reasons. Let's see here. Well, I don't know why.
I don't need to look at the paper to tell you my reasons.
Well, I'm just looking at your crappy team. I just don't understand why Tony Romo is getting like 24 points, or was it 29?
Because he's playing the New York Giants?
Yeah, but it's not going to happen. He's probably going to have 15, thus giving Team Ghost of Barbaro the win. Thank you very much.
Well, your team is a poser team.
How do you figure?
For the record, Lawrence Maroney is gonna have such a great game this weekend, and he's gonna kill your fantasy football team. And Lawrence Maroney is gonna have like 500 yards rushing and like 9 touchdowns.
There's a conflict of interest in my brain.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I like Pac-Man's Rainmakers.
Okay, I'm with you. Pac-Man's Rainmakers. All the way. Maroney, 500 yards.
Wow. Well, I think we're in great spirits now to hear Commissioner Pilleri's League Note.
You can quit until it's won.
League Shmuckites, I would like to thank you for listening to last week's Commissioner Note by posting more on the message boards and stepping it up. Thank you. The rest of this note is going to go strictly to one guy, Frank Honeycutt. Frank, we've invited you to come on the Fantasy Football Clubhouse twice now, and everyone in the league will get invited. But Frank has not returned calls twice, 2 weeks in a row now. And I'd like to say that we want to have you on the league, on this show, as stupid as it is, because you're crazy and you're going to say outrageous things. And I mean, unless you're afraid to come on, you know, that's cool. I mean, if you're afraid, I mean, you know, and you're gonna cry about it, or you're gonna cry that me and Rob are gonna make fun of you, that's cool, you know. But that'd be good for ratings too. So please come on. Thank you.
Wow. Once again, very poignant words from the commissioner. Didn't expect that. I think that is a very good point to start off the year. Thank you again, Commissioner Pilleri. So that'll do it for Fantasy Football Clubhouse. Don't forget to get your rosters updated and watch all of the exciting NFL action this week. We'll be back next week to tell you how it all went down when Pac-Man's Rainmakers and the Jets are both victorious. I'll see you in week 2.